Hello. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Akila and I create content all about motherhood and lifestyle. I'm a mother to a 4-year-old baby girl and currently expecting baby number 2. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a first trimester recap, talking all about my experience with my symptoms, cravings, and a little backstory to this pregnancy. I'll also be including a big sister reaction, so pretty much a clip of my daughter finding out that she's going to be a big sister. So be sure to stay tuned until the end for that. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're brand new and give this video a thumbs up. Let's get right into it. Those of you who don't know or who don't follow me on my social media accounts, I posted my pregnancy announcement back in October when I was 16 weeks pregnant. Right now I'm currently 35 weeks and 2 days. I know I am so behind on getting these updates out. I am in my 3rd trimester, obviously, but I do plan to do my 2nd and 3rd trimester video together, since my 2nd trimester it wasn't too much going on, so I'm going to combine those two and I should have that uploaded soon. I'm also going to include a picture right there with my pregnancy announcement, and be sure to give me a follow on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at lifeasavirgin. So let's get right into it. So before I start on the recap of my first trimester, I wanted to give you guys a little backstory on this pregnancy. This is actually going to be our rainbow baby. I was actually expecting in June of last year, but I had a miscarriage. So for those of you who don't know, a rainbow baby is a child born after a loss due to miscarriage, stillbirth, or death during infancy. After finding out about this pregnancy, it's hard due to it being so close to having the miscarriage the month prior. I actually experienced the miscarriage on June 17th, and being an endo warrior, if you guys don't know, I also suffer from endometriosis. So being an endo warrior, I took it extremely hard. At one point I was told that I would never have kids. I would never be able to conceive or any of those things, but God had other plans, and I gave birth to my daughter Amaya back in September of 2016. But in my mind, after having the miscarriage, I was literally thinking, like, what if Amaya was my only chance to get pregnant? And then I had the miscarriage, and now I'm expecting baby number 2. So it was really hard. I'm extremely grateful for my daughter, but I was discouraged and extremely depressed. But surprise, I tested positive on July 21st, and I called my OB doctor, and I was just I asked her, I'm just like, is it possible for a pregnancy test to still come up positive from the previous miscarriage? And she was just like, that was almost a month ago, and my HCG levels were already so low at the time that she didn't think it was possible. So she sent me to get some blood work done. I went to do the blood work on August 4th, and then I had my first OB appointment August 7th. So at that time, he confirmed that I was pregnant and I was 7 weeks. But initially, the ultrasound showed that I had like a low-lying posterior placenta, meaning that my placenta was literally right on top of my cervix. But by my next appointment, everything was good. Baby's heartbeat was strong. 140s, 150s. If you see me looking down, I'm actually looking at the notes I took for the video. So as far as symptoms, so in the first trimester, the first few weeks, I was extremely fatigued. I would literally just be in bed all day. I would just wake up, eat, go to the bathroom, and just go right back to bed. It was crazy. The fatigue was real. But another thing was anxiety. I'm not sure if it would be considered a pregnancy symptom, but I had the worst anxiety during the first trimester, mainly because of my miscarriage and it just being so close together. I was just terrified. In between appointments, when I would go to my appointment, I would be in the room just so nervous. Like, what if there's no heartbeat? What if it was just so many what ifs going through my mind. I literally drove myself crazy. I even talked to the doctor about it, and he was just like, from what he's seen, everything looks good, and he just reassured me that everything was going to be all right. So that did help. I also had trouble sleeping due to the anxiety. So the doctor told me that I could take Benadryl to help me sleep. That actually helped, along with my sleep meditation album that I listened to. So that was another thing. Nausea. I had like extreme nausea from like 8 weeks to 14 weeks. I didn't necessarily vomit. I was just extremely nauseous. But one thing that did help was C-bands. It's literally like a acupressure wristband that you wear on your wrist. Like, it literally sits like in this area on both wrists. And I literally wore them all day, every day, even to sleep. And it helped so much. When I would go do my blood work, the phlebotomist would ask me, like, do these really help? I'm like, yes. If I don't wear them, I could tell the difference and I would be so nauseous. That's one thing I definitely swore by this pregnancy that I didn't use in my first pregnancy. Another thing was eating crackers and Cheerios. I literally had the box of Cheerios sitting on the side of my bed, and I would just munch them in the morning before I got up, and that helped too. And you would not believe what else helped. Sour Patch Kids. I literally bought the biggest bag of Sour Patch Kids there was, and I would sit there and suck on the Sour Patch Kids in between eating, and that's literally the only way that I could finish my food. My boyfriend would just sit there and look at me like, you're not serious right now. But I was, and it helped. So if you're nauseous and pregnant, I would definitely say try Sour Patch Kids. I'm so glad that's over. Another thing was, towards the end of the first trimester, I started to get more frequent headaches. I suffer from migraines, but I didn't really have an issue with it until the end. Like, I would have the worst headaches, and I also started to get pain in my hips and my legs. Compared to my first pregnancy, I am a lot bigger, and I started showing a lot more sooner. So I think that that added weight contributed to the pain in my legs and my hips. But compared to what I'm going through now in the third trimester, the first trimester has nothing on right now. But I'll be sure to share more about that in my second/third trimester update video. Also, I'm going to be linking the products that I mentioned in this video in the description box, so be sure to check that out if you're interested in any products that I mentioned. Now let's talk about Cravings. I didn't really have that many cravings due to my nausea. Nothing really seemed appetizing. I wasn't really interested in eating much. But in the very beginning, one thing I would eat literally every day was tuna sandwiches and a pickle on the side. So good. A tuna sandwich with spinach and a pickle. I literally ate it almost every day. Another thing that I wanted was Fuddruckers. I had that once in the beginning. Like, I really wanted the chicken sandwich and their fries, but I had to have ketchup. Like, the ketchup just made everything sound so much better. So that was one thing. One strange craving I had that's something I don't usually eat are cheese quesadillas. I wanted a cheese quesadilla so bad. I didn't get it, but that was a craving that I had, along with Panera Bread. As far as aversions, I would say there was only one thing that I didn't want at all, which is strange because I would literally eat it at least once a week, and that's Chipotle. I wanted nothing to do with Chipotle at all during the first trimester. As far as cravings and aversions, that's pretty much it. Another thing I forgot to mention were my prenatal vitamins. I actually started taking my prenatal vitamins 2 days after finding out. Well, actually 2 days after getting the positive pregnancy test. So I actually placed the order on Amazon and reordered the same prenatals that I planned to take from the previous pregnancy. Once I miscarried, I returned them. So I reordered it, and it took about 2 days to come with Prime. And these are the prenatals I decided to go with. So they're actually 100% natural, non-synthetic, non-GMO. I actually really like them. I didn't have no problem taking them with the nausea. They're not like big or anything, so they're pretty easy to swallow. I've been taking them since, like I said, 2 days after I found out I was pregnant, and I love them. I also wanted to mention with Amaya, I was high risk, so I would literally have to see a high risk specialist like once a week or like once every 2 weeks just to check on her growth. We had growth restrictions, and she was also low birth weight. So that was one thing that I experienced in my first pregnancy that I'm not dealing with now, thank God. I haven't had any issues so far. But one thing I think contributed to this pregnancy overall and how I'm feeling is the diet and lifestyle changes I made prior to getting pregnant, due to my endometriosis. So I think that really had an impact on how this pregnancy is doing. But looking back, I don't think the first trimester was too bad. It actually went by relatively quickly. This whole pregnancy is just flying by, actually. But that's pretty much it regarding the first trimester with our rainbow baby. If I missed anything, or if you have any questions for me, leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to answer it in my next video. Well, in the third trimester update video. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. Now get ready for Big Sister's reaction. See you in the next video. Bye. Okay, so you ready?
No.
First, I'm going to tell you. Remember I told you I had a secret for you? Remember?
Yeah.
Do you want another secret? Do you want another secret?
No, but hold on. Hold on. I have to run there, I know.
Okay, look. Look, this is your secret show. You know what it says?
I read it.
It says, what letter is this?
B.
What it says?
I.
No, it says,
G.
that says big.
O.
And then right here, it says, this is cursive. Do you know what letter this is, though? What letter?
2.
No. It says SISTER. You don't know what your shirt says? It says big sister.
Puppies?
No. You're gonna be a big sister.
For Bella?
No, for a baby.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna have a baby brother or a baby sister.
Not very much.
Are you excited?
Not very much.
Okay, yes, when you're done. Are you excited? Hmm? You want to see the baby?
Maybe.
Hmm?
Maybe.
Look.
Who's that?
That's the baby.
That is nobody.
No, this is the baby.
That is...
This is the baby. In my tummy.
It's shaped like a circle?
Yeah, look, this is the head.
Circle?
And this is the body.
And this is a sticker.
No, this is a picture that I got from the doctor.
Oh yeah, I thought it was a sticker.
Are you excited?
And now can I watch?
You're gonna be a big sister, Maya.
I think it's like I don't want to. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I can watch.